You know the legendary slogan, "Kick, right? Bet you can't eat just one tick." It sounds playful, but it's also surprisingly true. Because what you're eating isn't just a typical snack. It's a paper-thin, irresistibly crispy slice of potato that feels like it was engineered to be addictive. Every bite is an invitation you simply can't refuse. Each year, this seemingly simple treat generates over $4 billion in global revenue. Lay's has turned a humble potato into a culinary adventure. But have you ever stopped mid-bite and wondered what kind of magic transforms a rough-done, raw potato into a golden, perfectly crisp chip? Today, Factory Wonders US is pulling back the curtain and taking you on a fascinating journey inside the Lay's factory. Over the decades, Lay's hasn't just survived, it has led the global snack industry. And they've never stopped innovating. In the early 2000s, Lay's took its potato game to the next level by developing its very own proprietary potato variety grown exclusively for their chips. This special variety belongs to a group called FL, an achievement of high-tech agriculture. Why invest so much in a single potato? The answer is surprisingly smart. First, this potato is high in starch, a key factor in delivering that signature crunch and texture. Second, it's extremely low in sugar, something most people don't realize matters. If sugar levels are too high, the chips caramelize during frying, turning dark brown and losing that appealing golden color. And third, the skin of this potato is ultra thin, which reduces waste during peeling, an improvement that's not only efficient, but also more sustainable. Because of its uniqueness, the potato variety used by Lay's is actually patented in the United States. To ensure a steady and reliable supply for their factories, Lay's partners with hundreds of specialized farms across more than 25 states, making sure fresh potatoes are always within reach of every production facility. But harvesting potatoes isn't as simple as picking fruit off a tree. Since potatoes grow underground, it takes some seriously advanced machinery to bring them up. Lay's partner farms use specialized harvesters that can dig as deep as 10 inches below the surface, lifting the entire plant roots, soil, rocks, and all in one smooth motion. It's an incredible sight. The mix is then fed onto vibrating conveyors where the dirt and debris are gradually shaken off. This system is capable of processing up to 40,000 potatoes per minute fast and unbelievably precise. After the initial harvest and sorting, the potatoes continue their journey along a conveyor system and head straight toward a high-tech optical sorting machine. But this isn't just any filter, it's an advanced system equipped with precision sensors and cameras capable of detecting even the smallest flaws. In a split second, it automatically identifies and removes foreign objects like small rocks or substandard potatoes with jaw-dropping accuracy. Even with a thin layer of soil still clinging to their surface, what the industry calls a natural protective layer, the potatoes are handled with great care. They're gently carried along conveyors into massive wooden bins before being moved into specialized cold storage facilities, capable of holding up to 40 million potatoes at once. When a frito-lay plant calls for a fresh batch of raw ingredients, the storage system makes way for the next stage, a new sequence of synchronized and highly precise operations. Heavy-duty forklifts retrieve the potato bins from cold storage and place them onto a conveyor that leads directly to the washing station. And this is where the potatoes get their version of a spa day. They slide smoothly into a water chute, where fast-moving currents wash away any remaining dirt. Next, they go through a thorough scrubbing, rotating hard bristled brushes combined with high-pressure water jets from all directions. The result: potatoes that emerge spotless, polished, and perfectly clean, ready for the next stage of transformation. Right after entering the facility, an experienced technician randomly selects a batch of potatoes for quality inspection, an essential step that can't be skipped. In the industry, this is known as checking the solid-to-water ratio, or more commonly, the potato's buoyancy. The batch is submerged in a water tank equipped with a density meter. The data is instantly sent to the frying system's control unit, allowing the technician to fine-tune the temperature and frying time specifically for that batch. It's this level of precision that enables Lay's to deliver outstanding consistency, every chip meeting strict standards for texture, color, and flavor from the same test batch. A small sample is also sent to the plant's kitchen for a trial fry. Focusing on sugar levels, a key factor influencing the chip's golden color and subtle sweetness after frying. After the evaluation, the potatoes move on to the industrial peeling machines, and these aren't anything like the peelers in your home kitchen. Each machine is lined with a coarse, abrasive surface, similar to industrial-grade sandpaper, and paired with high-pressure water jets. As the potatoes spin inside, the friction gently removes the thin outer skin, while the continuous water flow washes it away. 6 of these peelers operate simultaneously, with a combined capacity to handle up to 4 million potatoes per day. That's over 2.5 million pounds of fresh potatoes. It's a staggering number that would impress even the most seasoned professionals in the food processing industry. In some cases, the potatoes are still too large to fit into the slicing machine. But that's not a problem. A specialized blade slices them in half to meet the exact size specifications. From there, the clean, uniform potatoes continue on another conveyor, heading toward one of the most fascinating tools in the factory, the high-speed rotary slicer. Inside these spinning drums, centrifugal force is fully harnessed. Just like how water stays in a bucket when you swing it over your head, this force pushes each potato outward toward razor-sharp blades waiting along the edges while, in a split second, each potato is sliced into roughly 35 perfectly uniform chips. And the thickness of each slice, it's not random, it's precisely 0.05 inches, about the thickness of a few sheets of paper stacked together. This measurement is no accident. It's been carefully calculated to be just thick enough to deliver the perfect crunch, and just thin enough to create the signature saddle-shaped curve that Lay's chips are known for, a small detail that plays a big role in what makes the brand iconic. The real reason comes down to science. If the potato slices are too thick, the centers might not cook all the way through, resulting in chips that are soft, heavy, and far less appealing. On the flip side, if they're sliced too thin, the chips can easily break or curl during frying, which affects both their crunch and their shape. The final thickness is the result of years of research into achieving the perfect crisp. The slicing blades are designed with a wave pattern, creating those signature ridges, but those ridges aren't just for looks, they act as flavor traps, holding on to more seasoning with every crunchy bite. Before these chips can ride the waves of hot oil, they have to go through a crucial step: starch removal. If any starch remains, the slices tend to stick together during frying, which prevents them from crisping evenly and can lead to burnt spots. That's why they pass through a thorough starch washing system, followed by a high-powered vacuum stream that removes excess surface moisture. Lowering the moisture content before frying not only helps achieve that irresistible crunch, but it also reduces oil splatter and ensures the chips pop evenly when exposed to high heat. And now comes the moment of truth, when those delicate slices transform into one of America's favorite snacks. This happens in a massive fryer stretching up to 40 feet long. The paper-thin slices float through hot oil at around 350 degrees for about 3 minutes, but the time and temperature aren't set in stone. They're precisely adjusted based on the starch and moisture levels measured earlier during the flotation test. This kind of flexibility allows Lay's to produce consistently perfect chips, even when each batch of potatoes might vary slightly in biological characteristics. As the potato slices hit the hot oil, a fascinating physical reaction takes place. The water inside each potato cell rapidly evaporates, and that empty space is instantly filled with hot oil. This is the secret behind that crisp, golden exterior, without drying out the inside. Here's something most people don't know. The frying oil in Lay's massive vats is always a 50-50 blend, half fresh oil, half filtered, reused oil. Think using only fresh oil would be better. Not necessarily. In fact, frying solely in new oil can make the chips too greasy. This carefully balanced mix helps preserve Lay's signature flavor while achieving the perfect crunch without making the chips feel heavy. It's a technique Lay's has fine-tuned over many years, Right after the chips emerge from the oil, they're in their most delicate state, hot, golden, ultra crispy, and incredibly fragile. That's why the entire conveyor and slide system that follows is specially designed with a gentle vibrating motion. It's not just for show. This gentle shake ensures the chips move smoothly, stay separate, and most importantly, don't break. If they were moved using a regular conveyor belt like raw potatoes are, these fragile chips would shatter with the first bump. And let's be honest, no one's excited to open a bag of Lay's only to find it full of crumbs. Now comes the final touch, a step that may seem small, but is powerful enough to elevate these crispy golden slices from a simple snack to a global flavor obsession seasoning. The chips, now perfectly fried and meticulously sorted, are gently tumbled into a large rotating drum. Inside, they're evenly coated with flavor, whether it's just a light dusting of classic fine salt for Lay's original, or one of more than 200 creative seasoning blends Lay's proudly brings to markets around the world. Inside the drum, a specially engineered spiral tube or auger ensures that the seasoning is distributed with precision and consistency. As each chip tumbles, every surface gets just the right amount of seasoning, not too much, not too little. It's a delicate choreography of motion, vibration, and surface moisture that creates the perfect coating. In the food industry, consistency, especially in the smallest details, is the key to winning and keeping loyal customers. Once the chips are fully armored with flavor, they're transferred onto a conveyor system made up of dozens of small buckets running in a continuous loop. This design carefully lifts the seasoned slices to a higher level without breaking them, preserving their shape and structure. From there, precisely measured portions of chips drop down smooth chutes and into the packaging machines, but before the bags are sealed, there's one final and critical step. A blast of pure nitrogen is injected into each bag, completely replacing the oxygen inside. Why nitrogen? It's not just a modern preservation method, it's the secret to keeping Lay's chips crispy and fresh. Oxygen causes oxidation, which makes food go stale and lose flavor. Nitrogen, being an inert gas, prevents this from happening, extending shelf life naturally without the need for preservatives. Once the bag is heat sealed, all the flavor, crunch, and freshness are locked in, ready to give you that just fried sensation anytime you open it. From a specially cultivated potato to a perfectly seasoned chip, what you've just seen is more than just a production process. It's a journey of technology, craftsmanship, and passion. Every step in the manufacturing line is a testament to unwavering dedication, attention to the smallest detail, and a commitment to delivering the highest quality product to consumers. And I believe there's a deeply human lesson woven into that journey. Just like that humble potato, each of us carries immense potential, often hidden beneath a familiar, everyday exterior. But when you pour your heart into something, whether it's your work, your passion, or the way you connect with others, that potential can transform into something truly extraordinary. Lay's didn't achieve perfection by accident. They built it, step by deliberate step, through innovation and persistence. So, what small thing in your life, if given your full heart, could become something magical? We'd love to hear your story in the comments below. And if this journey, brought to you by Factory Wonders US, sparked your curiosity, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. There's a world of wonder behind everything you eat, wear, and use, and we can't wait to explore it with you.